right? The Father speaking is a thought from each speaker which connects into a sentence. And where believers miss it is they could be right in the presence of what God is saying, but having ears they don't hear because they don't recognize if God puts a conference together as opposed to man, then God is releasing a revelation with inspiration and impartation. And it's coming from the cluster of speakers, not the one that had the most dramatic flair or the most interesting subject.
Then whose choice is it? It's your choice. You can act on the prophetic word or cannot. It's just like when Cindy told that pastor in Red Oak, Texas, to build 152 more parking spaces. Who had the choice? The pastor. And the pastor built them, and now they're all full. And that's that kind of thing. So the question is, does your choice of whether you act on the prophetic word or don't act on the prophetic word, does that make any difference?
Very important that to understand that there is a glory exchange. There's a glory exchange from heaven and earth. And the more we walk in this, we're going to see that wherever we are, wherever we walk, as we said last night, that episkiazo, that overshadowing that came upon Mary, will be upon you. You will carry an atmosphere of glory about you. This is very important, because there are some people's minds that are so steeped in what does not glorify God. But when they are around you and the glory of God is around you, all of a sudden it will just change their mind.
For my ever-wandering heart, not because of who I am, but because of what you've done. Not because of what I've done, but because
they look for platforms to operate. Have you ever met people who just didn't like you for looking at you? I mean, they see the Spirit of God and anger rise up and say, watch that girl there. And you feel it when you walk through them, because now he's trying to get a platform with somebody around you that can actually sabotage your destiny. That's what spiritual warfare is. That's why we have to have the mind of Christ. Why? Because any other mind gives access to the devil. And with that,
I am yours. Whom shall I fear? Whom shall